hour-long massage.
Oh,
15 minutes.
we're like wet dogs, man.
15 minutes.
All right.
Oh my gosh, can you dim me the lights?
Dim the lights. Uh-oh, you froze. Oh, there you go. You're back. You're back. I think we're having
I think we have bad Conti signal.
Yes.
Probably.
Is it okay now?
I think it's good. We're gonna get it.
I don't know.
Because is he still froze?
Yes.
Oh no.
If you got 2 bars, it's like,
Yeah, it is. That's why.
oh,
Oh, please
can I
work.
get that login?
You want it?
Right? We in the locker room can't send a text.
Dan, you there?
I'm here.
Okay.
I'm gonna mute and let Olivia go first anyway.
Hi, Coach. Once again, congratulations on such a great win. My question for you is, I just want to know, what did you say to those girls at halftime? I think, something really sparked a change in them between the first half and the second half. There was definitely a visible difference where they really came out strong. So just from your perspective.
I don't know that I can share all the words I said at halftime. What do you think? Can I share that?
No.
But basically what we talked about, some adjustments we needed to make was hitting the boards a little bit harder, taking our time on the offensive end when we needed to, but continue to push in primary, right? So push in transition, but then once they stop that, then handle that handle that zone with a little bit more poise. And, I think we had 10 turnovers in that first half or so, and just kind of eliminating some of those. But more than anything, it was just like belief in self, shooters be ready to shoot, get your feet set, be ready, and try to go through Maria a little bit more, to play a little bit more inside out. And those were basically the basketball adjustments we made. But at the end of the day, we just talked about being a little bit more gritty. I think in that first half, we caught ourselves watching a little bit, like we watched the game, like we were watching when someone took a shot instead of crashing. We were watching when they took a shot or they did something a little bit different on defense. We didn't quite adjust the way we needed to. So that was all we talked about, was just being a little bit more gritty and understanding that if we laid everything on the line for the next 20 minutes, that, the game could be ours.
I guess my question one is, so Teasel already had her first double today of the season. And I think this was her first of the season.
I had no idea this was.
I cheated. I cheated. It was the guy on the broadcast told me. So
Okay.
if it's wrong, it's his fault. But for her to have that, I know I asked you earlier in the season, first half, what she brings to the table when you're down. Specifically, what does she bring to the table, and how does that make her such a unique asset?
She has that thing inside of her that's like this refuse to lose mentality, right? And today you really saw that with the way she was a monster on the offensive boards. And if we were going to miss, you kind of could almost feel, especially in that second half when we got down, hey, T-Soul is going to clean it up. And then I think that she played with a lot more poise offensively today, where she stayed under control. She didn't try to do too much. And for her, and then defensively, I thought she was a maniac. I mean, they were trying to set on ball screens, and her player couldn't even use them because she was just moving her feet and keeping her hands out and playing really solid defense. So I think what she brings to the team in those situations is confidence, because we know that she's going to play her best and do everything she has within her power to keep us from losing. And she did that today.
Cam, when you're down 14 in a game of runs, you go up early
and then score, just for the record. I had no idea what the score
was. When you're down in the third, and then you guys start bombing away, and you had double digits, I think, in the first quarter too, for you personally. But is it, when things start flowing like that, how do you turn it around? And then second of all, once things are moving around and things are on an upward trajectory like that, how do they keep going? Is it just start feeding itself?
Well, I think one thing that our team has always been about is feeding the hot hand. And I mean, it wasn't just my hot hand tonight, which helped a lot. It was Dickie too, Michaela hit some more hype, like threes to get us turned around and going. And then she'd hit something and then I'd hit something. So I felt like tonight it was a really big tag team. And I knew that, like, and Dickie hitting Dickie on the one more. Sorry, Michaela, I don't know nicknames. Okay, yeah, it hit her on the one more and then she knocks down the three. I mean, I'm not like same thing. I'm not crashing when Dickie shot because I was like, it's going in. And I knew that. And I think just one thing is our team is really good about trusting each other when someone has a hot hand. And one thing is my mentality is like, I hate to lose. After UNC, I will never lose again like that. That's my mentality. And if I'm feeling it and I can get us going, I'm going to get us going and not just going to play hard on the offense. I'm going to try to play hard on defense too. And I think tonight that Michaela and me both stepped up, and then but we also had that T-Soul. We had that T-Soul energy down low. We had her and Maria fighting for all those boards, giving us those opportunities and everything. And I think it's just all around. Everyone worked well and did their part, and it just worked. And we didn't. I didn't, as Coach said, I didn't know we were down by 14. I only thought we were down by maybe 3 the whole time, and then I didn't know we were winning at the end. So I'm kind of just I'm gonna play and we're gonna score. So.
Coach, this is, and I guess for both of you too. So it's 3 straight wins at home against Notre Dame, which I'm not sure has ever been done. I think it's now 4 of the last 5, which I know that win at Notre Dame a couple of years ago was the first one. There was that buzzer beater a couple of years ago. This is a good that's a good program. That's that's Notre Dame and that everything that comes with it. But to be able to take some of those pieces, how does that kind of represent what has been built, what is being built? And is it nice to be on the defensive end in a buzzer situation, like to control it, or is it easier to drop the play on the offensive side?
I don't know. I like drawing up the play on the offensive side. I was so nervous for you guys on defense there.
I was
because
nervous, I would have been more nervous if we had to draw an offensive set. Because then you miss it. And
but I have you.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. So I guess either one, I don't want to be in that situation again. And I think that if we want to stay out of those situations, we got to rebound a little bit better in the first half and do a little bit more to secure a more dominant position going in and not kind of, we had some defensive breakdowns, and then offensively, I do think, their zone tripped us up a little bit at times. So I think that the adjustments that we're going to make in watching that game, I think will get better. In every game we grow. And that's why I love coaching this team. I think Cam said it best, like they read each other, they feed off each other. But at the end of the day, what's most important is they believe in each other. And even the players that, are on the bench right now, my younger players that aren't getting a lot of playing time, they're okay. They believe in the players that are playing. So there's not that animosity or that weird friction that so many college teams have. And if we can keep that going throughout this year, but yet everybody is ready if their number is called, it just makes winning so much fun, and losing, you're able to handle it and grow from it and get the next win. And that has a lot to do with our leadership of our seniors and just the way they include our younger players, but also just coach them up. And, I'm just really proud of them. But this can't be, this is the biggest win. This is what we build on. And that's a goal for us in our program is, we're going to get hype. We're celebrating every single win, but we're not celebrating it like, that's like our championship. This was a win, and now we've got to go prepare because we have Miami coming in here on Sunday, and we've got to be ready because they're a very good team. So we only get tonight to celebrate.
I like that. Thank you.
Coach, I was hoping you could just touch on Maria Gacting real quick. She's the ACC Freshman of the Year 4 weeks in a row. Clearly a very powerful player. How do you think she has impacted the team, especially tonight, but just overall this season, her presence?
Overall this season, I think our players are so proud of her, and they've watched her growth from the summertime to where she is right now. And she is one of those players that gets better every game, but she's just a freshman. And sometimes even I forget that. So she's going to have that little bit of roller coaster effect to her. And I thought we saw that in her first half today. She was just okay. Right. And she was like a little bit, I think, wide-eyed and almost a little overwhelmed, but boy, did she snap out of it going into that second half and really started playing a lot stronger and playing to her potential. And for me, I think that as time goes on, it's hard to believe she's just a freshman. I believe without a doubt, she'll be one of the best players to ever come out of the Boston College women's basketball program. she's just going to keep evolving and getting better. And she takes coaching so well. And she's a great, I mean, Cam can attest, she's a great teammate. And she's even starting to talk a little bit more, although I will say in the first half, she's a little quiet today. So we've got to just continually get her, to understand how good she is. And it's fun to coach players. Like, she's so humble. She has no idea how good she is. So we're going to keep telling her and coaching her, and they're going to keep working with her.
Great. Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
See, I should real quick.